RC31, attention! Good evening and welcome. Due to the current environment, in lieu of a formal graduation ceremony, this will serve as final dismissal of Recruit Class 31. My name is Frank Malta, and I'm the Battalion Chief of Training for the Frederick County Division of Fire and Rescue Services. The first speaker that was scheduled to be here this evening was Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner. Due to a schedule conflict, she was unable to attend tonight and provided a video congratulating Recruit Class 31 that they've already had a chance to view. RC31, parade rest. Next, I would like to introduce Lieutenant Jonathan Haddad, Recruit Class Commander for Recruit Class 31.
My name is John Haddad, and I was given the opportunity to oversee this recruit class from day one. Today, I'm being given the pleasure of watching them graduate after 7 months of hard work. But before that happens and they walk across this improvised stage to receive their badge, I would like to address them and a few other groups. To Recruit Class 31, on July 23rd of last year, Family Night, I told you I was here for one class and they would be the best to ever graduate or they would not graduate. My expectations were high, maybe too high. Very early on, we were thrown curveballs. We were introduced to a gauntlet of obstacles we would battle our way through, and at the end, we were turned upside down. Much like the workings of a blacksmith hardening metal, you were crudely hammered into shape and forged by fire. There was much more to this academy than the fire, rescue, and EMS training you blazed through. Nothing here was easy. Everything was earned. You are the definition of adapt and overcome. Not only did you successfully complete this academy, you did so under unprecedented circumstances involving enormous departmental loss, a pandemic with evolving restrictions and extreme weather conditions, both hot and cold. You've already experienced the highest level of brotherhood, and from here, you'll only grow stronger. I'm proud of the work you put in here and the reputation you've already gained. I watched you walk in as strangers on training day one, and today we'll watch you leave as firefighters and family. The bonds formed through the trials of this building and campus will never be broken. To the family of the recruits, your support during their time at the academy was paramount for their success. We can't thank you enough. To the command staff of Frederick County Fire and Rescue, take a look around in this room because these are the future leaders of the department. And finally, to the citizens of Frederick, last July, we were tasked to provide you a skilled and strong group of responders ready to mitigate any emergency. This class is the first to make it through with 0 academic failures of materials required to graduate. That is a direct reflection of their dedication to this department and serving you. So now, we present you with our final product, Recruit Class 31, the best to ever do it.
Next, I would like to call up Recruit Class 31's Valedictorian, probationary firefighter Ryan Horan.
Trust the process. This is what went through my mind on the first day of the academy while I stood outside in my newly bought dress clothes in 90-degree weather, sweating, carrying a cinder block. Our instructors swarmed around us, ensuring that our days of sipping yoo-hoo and playing video games was over. On the surface, I was terrified, but I knew that there was something bigger going on. All we had to do was trust that process. On behalf of Frederick County's Division of Fire and Rescue Services, Recruit Class 31, I'd like to say thank you. To the administrative staff who worked at a remarkable pace through the onboarding process and continue to do so throughout our time at the Academy, we thank you. To our incredible PT instructors who showed up every morning before sunrise, usually with more energy than we were ready for, who came up with new ways of challenging us both physically and mentally, thank you. To our instructors who taught us in the classroom and assisted during scenarios, thank you. Your skill in making all of this information digestible, comprehensible, and fun was inspiring. Captain Webb, thank you for being a man of your word and for holding us to a higher expectation than we even had of ourselves. Thank you, Battalion Chief Malta, for not only working to keep things moving around here, but for taking the time to share with us the knowledge you've built during your time as a Frederick County firefighter. And to Lieutenant Haddad, our class commander, thank you for keeping us on track through this wild ride. You gave us the space to figure things out on our own, but were always right there when we needed you. Your trust and guidance is appreciated by us all. I'd also like to take this moment to say thank you to Battalion Chief Joshua Laird, Firefighter Esposito, and Battalion Chief Moreland for making the ultimate sacrifice. We thank you for your service to this county and for leaving behind a legacy rooted in passion, joy, and dedication. Our class will always honor your names. To my fellow classmates of RC31, we made it. From that first gauntlet of a month, through seemingly endless EMT hours, through COVID quarantines, changing schedules, hazmat tech, and all the other wild cards that Captain Webb warned us about, we made it. We've seen some ups and downs during our time here, mostly running up and down the hill, or the sound of our PT instructors calling for push-ups at sunrise. Push up. We've done all this together as a family. We've found ways to laugh instead of yell, to succeed instead of quit. Sometimes laughing over silly things like houseflies or recruits telling officers where to find blocks. But in these short 6 months, I've also witnessed some serious changes. We've had one of our own become a father with his second child. A fellow recruit got married while another recruit got engaged. I came to realize that this academy is much more than a school or a place of education. Frederick County's Fire Academy is a place of transformation, where a selected few have the chance to be greater, to be more than we imagined we could be. I mean, this is a space where a seemingly shy recruit ends up with the nickname, the Enforcer, or where one recruit went from the nickname Hot Dog to the Muscle. There's something happening here that we may not be able to measure or necessarily write down next to our weight, blood pressure, or heart rate in the morning, but we were changing. Trust the process. Now here we are, about to go our separate ways within Frederick County to forge new friendships and build on what we've started here. With so much to look forward to, I encourage each of you to remember your time here. Remember the values that this place is built on. Integrity, attention to detail, humility, accountability, attention to detail, discipline, attention to detail, pride, and attention to detail. While these are just some of the essential principles of firefighting, there are two that I especially hope we never lose: humility and pride. Never be too experienced to sound floors. Never be too experienced to check gear or to get a second opinion. Don't put yourself in danger without weighing a risk-benefit analysis. Protect yourself so that you can protect others. And all this time, do your job with pride. Be aggressively enthusiastic. Each of us came to this academy looking for something more than we had, and now we have it. This is just the beginning. We will always represent RC31 and what we stand for as a class. Anytime the demands of this job tax you beyond what you think you can handle, remember that you were born for this. You just need to trust the process. Thank you.
I would now like to call up to the podium the Clerk of the Court, the Honorable Miss Sandra Dalton.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Okay, I have to just say, I hear a lot of speeches about a lot of groups. You guys really must have rocked it, because that was excellent. Trust the process. I think I'm going to, can I borrow that? Okay, thank you. Truly an honor to be here again today to swear in RC31. And I think I'd like you to ask him to come to attention, please, sir.
31. Attention.
Thank you. I'd like each of you to raise your right hand. I am going to give the oath after I have each of you say your name individually. We'll go one by one from my left to right. And then at the end, I will do the same, asking for your affirmation, acceptance of this oath, by you then individually declaring, "I do," to the oath. Okay? So we'll start now. I, please state your name.
William Finley. Zachary Donald. Austin Barefoot. Kyle Heyman. Nicholas Gentili. Ryan Grant. Alexander Mateo. David Kristoff. Edward Kittler. John Bird. Ryan McQueen. Blake Miller. Brandon Snow. Benjamin Smith. Joseph Russell. Jonathan Patino. Jared Snyder. Michael Sutton. Andrew Weaver. Marlon Wagner. David Soto. Christopher Thompson. Kyle Winker.
Thank you, Mr. Weichert. We would not forget you. He signed in on his own page, his very own page. I do solemnly swear or affirm, under the penalties of perjury, that I will support the Constitution of the United States, that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland, support the Constitution and laws thereof, that I will, to the best of my skill and judgment, diligently and faithfully, without partiality or prejudice, execute the office of Fire Rescue Services for Frederick County according to the Constitution and laws of this state, and that I will familiarize myself with and be obedient to the rules and regulations and operational procedures of the Frederick County Department of Fire Rescue Services, and faithfully serve Frederick County in the discharge of my duties as firefighter for Fire Rescue Services of Frederick County to the best of my knowledge and ability. If this is your oath, please say, "I do."
I do. 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 I do.
Thank you. You may lower your right hands. I'd also like to say thank you on behalf of Frederick County and the citizens that you will help in their hardest times in life. Please know that you are in people's prayers that you will never know, because we do value the service you are giving to this county. We value that you are pushing yourself every day to be someone better and to be ready at any time for any call. It is an important job that you're undertaking. It does come with some fun time. I believe I heard someone in the past say, you get paid to go to the grocery store, you get paid to work out. But when you go to that grocery store, remember, you represent all these folks and all of us as citizens to be our finest. With that, I just pray that you will always love your job, let it be your passion, and be safe. Thank you.
RC 31. Parade rest. I'd like to bring Recruit Class Commander Lieutenant Jonathan Haddad back to the podium to announce each of the probationary firefighters as they ring out.
Kyle Amon. Austin Barefoot. Zachary Donmoyer. William Findley. Nicholas Gentili. Ryan Haran. John Hurd. Edward Kittler. Nathan Kristoff. Alexander Mateo. Brian McQuaid. Lake Miller. Jonathan Patino. Joseph Russell. Benjamin Smith. Brandon Snow. Jared Snyder. Micah Sutphin. Christopher Thompson. David Toth. Marlon Wagner III. Andrew Weaver. Tyler Weichert.
I would now like to call forward members of RC 31 to retire their guidon. In closing, I would like to call forward the Fire Chief, Thomas Coe.
Members of Recruit Class 31, friends and family joining us virtually. Let me begin by thanking our County Executive, Jan Gardner, for her congratulatory message that the class viewed earlier before this graduation. Our County Executive and County Council are very strong supporters of our fire and rescue service, and for that, we are very appreciative. I'd also like to thank Clerk of the Court, Sandra Dalton, today for joining us and administering our oath of office. To the members of Recruit Class 31, let me add my congratulations on your graduation. Today is the culmination of a long process. Nearly 18 months ago, you began a competitive process against 1,700 other applicants to be standing where you are today as a Frederick County firefighter. Today, I'm proud to say to each of you that you did it. You made it. The last 27 weeks have been challenging, but throughout your career, you'll reflect back on your academy time and consider it one of the highlights of your career. The bonds that you have made over the last 6 months with your classmates are strong and will last a lifetime. But your journey is just beginning. Your field training will prove to be just as challenging as your recruit training. On your first day of recruit training, I shared a number of expectations that you must live up to be a Frederick County firefighter. Today, As you move into the next phase of your career, into your station assignments, I want you to remember this. The last 27 weeks have been about you, making sure that you were trained, making sure that you had the skill sets down, and making sure that you were ready to become a Frederick County firefighter. Recruit Class 31, I've watched you for the last 6 months, and you are ready. But starting tonight, and for the rest of your fire service career, it is about them. When I use the term them, I'm referring to every person we serve. I'm referring to every person who calls 911 on their worst day. Every person who lays unconscious in a smoke-filled hallway. Every person who lays pulseless in their bed. Everything you do from here on out is about them. From the time you step into the fire station, all your actions are about them. Checking your equipment and apparatus, physical training, station drills, decisions you make on the incident scene, all about them. Whenever you're caught in a tough decision and unsure what is the right answer, you can never go wrong if you make a decision based on what is best for them. Training, education, and preparation doesn't stop today. It continues for the rest of your long career. Make sure that you're always doing everything you can to better prepare yourself mentally, physically, technically, and emotionally to help that citizen. Make sure you're ready to make that difference. Your job is to treat them nice and to care for them just as you would expect someone to care for a member of your family. Recruit Class 31, I know you will be competent, compassionate, and professional all the hours of the day without fail. Remember, they don't get a choice who shows up on their doorstep when they call 911. When someone in Frederick County calls 911, Frederick County Fire and Rescue responds. And beginning tomorrow, they're gonna get you. Now let me turn to your loved ones who have joined us virtually today and acknowledge their hard work over the last 6 months. It certainly hasn't been easy as your recruit is returned home from the academy tired, sore, and dirty, pushing through the door looking for something to eat and quiet time to study. Your support of your recruit has been critical to their success at the training academy. And while your family and friends weren't able to join us today, I wanted to virtually share my personal appreciation to each of them for the support they've provided to the members of this recruit class. Frederick County has a premier training staff, one that I would put against any other fire department in the nation. This group's commitment to the training and education of both our recruit and incumbent firefighters is simply amazing. Battalion Chief Frank Malta, Captain Mike Webb, Captain Ann Jonikin, Lieutenant John Arnold, Firefighter Hank Henline, Administrative Assistant Ben Harris, and the cadre of peer fitness trainers and instructors, thank you for managing an outstanding recruit training program. Let me also recognize the Emergency Medical Services instructor assigned to Recruit Class 31, Firefighter Paramedic Mike Kelly. Firefighter Kelly has ensured the success of RC-31 as they trudge through the challenging National Registry examination. Now let me turn my attention to Lieutenant John Haddad. Lieutenant Haddad has been assigned to the Training Academy to serve as Recruit Class Commander for Recruit Class 31. He has been directly responsible for the day-to-day management, supervision, and training of this class. Through his dedication, commitment, and leadership, Recruit Class 31 has thrived, achieving high academic marks and outstanding performance on the drill ground. Lieutenant Haddad pushed the members of RC-31 far past what they believed they could have accomplished individually. Like Recruit Class 31, Lieutenant Haddad has completed his assignment at the Training Academy and will be rotating to a fire station assignment with the graduation of his class. Recruit Class 31, please join me in thanking Lieutenant Haddad for his tireless efforts in ensuring the success of your training program. Lieutenant Haddad, please bring Recruit Class 31 to attention for orders.
31. Lieutenant Sir.
Recruit Class 31, in accordance with General Order 22-6, your assignment at the Fire and Rescue Training Academy is complete. You are hereby graduated from recruit training, promoted to the rank of Firefighter 1, and transferred to your respective station assignments. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Frederick County's newest firefighters. Recruit Class 31, congratulations on a job well done. I cannot wait to see you out on the streets serving the citizens of Frederick County. This concludes today's ceremony.